My eyes wander up and down the street of parked cars, searching for something specifically unfamiliar. Someone is watching me. I can feel it. Maybe it's my superego, a guilty conscience. Or maybe it's God. When I reach the corner of Euclid and Ashland, I immediately cross the street, making sure that my feet do not stray from the half-visible lines that outline the pedestrian walkway. Then I see the eyes that I felt. "Ma'am, excuse me, do you have $1 so I can buy a sandwich?" asks the middle-aged woman, short and dark-skinned. She is waiting for me at the other end of the crosswalk. Only 2 moments before her timid yet rehearsed request, her partner split off to make his plea elsewhere. "I'm sorry," I tell the truth. "I don't have any cash, but I do have 2 small oranges. Would you like them?" I wasn't sure how she would respond, but I was entirely sincere. She must have picked up on this because she didn't want to refuse me, just as I didn't want to leave her empty-handed. "Sure, thank you," she said as she accepted the meager offering. We smiled and parted ways. I forgot what I was looking for just moments earlier, so I continued on my journey. On most days, I walked to the neighborhood park at lunch to get out of the office and take in a bit of fresh air. I'm learning that the world has a lot to show me. I just have to be open to it. I walk past a yard that has 4 huge mounds of freshly blown leaves pushed right up to the edge of the sidewalk. "Go ahead. Do it. You know you want to," tempts the voice of my inner child. "Yeah, but what if the leaves are wet? I'm wearing khaki pants today, you know," scolded my 32-year-old self. I take a picture instead and keep walking. I usually have to wait until the green light on high turns red to make the 10-step journey to the opposite side of the street. But today the light was anticipating my arrival, so I didn't hesitate as I met the end of the block. Well, what do you know, I thought. The new steps at Park Methodist are finished, and the sidewalk is no longer blocked off. I take this as a sign and turn left toward the park. When I enter the grounds, I feel enveloped in autumn hues, the oranges and the browns. There must be 20 varieties of trees here, and almost all of them have surrendered enough leaves to camouflage the sidewalk. The path splits just ahead of me. I have a choice to make. I feel a little bit like Alice in Wonderland when she is following a dirt trail alone in the woods, and a small dog with a broom for a nose and tail suddenly appears, sweeping away the sod, leaving no indication of the direction in which she must go. At least that's how I remember it. But she has to continue. You know the story. I took the foliage-covered sidewalk to my left, in full defiance of my gut feeling to go right, always right. It may carry no meaning, have no alteration on my fate. If I go left or if I go right, what does it matter? I find a picnic table and take off my hideously plaid overcoat. My coworker commented earlier today, "Plaid is coming back in style." She said it almost apologetically. Great, I think. As I sit, I hear a small rustle behind me. It's a squirrel flirting with the idea that I might have a few crumbs to spare. But I don't, not today. I try my best not to think about work or chores that await me at home. I forget, what's for dinner tonight? And why don't I own a pair of fingerless gloves? A young couple walks up to an unoccupied table about 12 feet away from me for a lunch date. I look around and notice that the park is mostly empty today. I wonder why they choose to sit so close to a stranger when they have the entire park to choose from. There must be at least 5 empty tables. 1, 2, 3. Yes, I see at least 5. I guess some people just aren't comfortable being alone. I put my coat back on. The homeless man I met a month ago when the days were warmer walks by. He said his name was Hillbilly. I recall the sores on his forearms that he showed me. I don't want to know how he got them. As our eyes meet, I hope he continues walking on. I don't have $6 to give him today. Dogs wail as a UPS truck parks next to the house across the street that was once a church. I should start Christmas shopping soon, I think. It's already the 2nd week of November. Here I sit, knowing that things are not always predetermined, trying so ardently to reject fatalism. Maybe we do make our own destiny. Still, the part of me that wants to go right, always right, is not fully convinced.